What's up guys? In this video, you're going to be learning how to build mental toughness and resilience for poker. Now this past week, I've been reading the new book from David Goggins called Never Finished. For those of you who aren't familiar with David Goggins, he's a former Navy SEAL, absolute badass, and takes on crazy physical, mental challenges that push the limits of the human body and human mind. And then he's very good at relaying his experience in the framework of building toughness and building mental fortitude for life. And this latest book, Never Finished, I really resonate with the concepts of taking on challenges, continually taking on challenges in order to grow. All right, so the first kind of concept of the book is that discomfort and challenge is needed for growth. All right, so think about that for your own life. Every time you've grown, you've improved, you've got better, most of the time, if not all of the time, it's been uncomfortable. It's been a challenge. There's been something that you had to overcome in order to get to that other side. All right? So that's the first kind of pretense, that discomfort leads to growth. Now, for myself, I know almost every area I've grown in, whether it's been financially, poker-wise, gym, any area, it's always been uncomfortable at first. All right? It's always been a level of discomfort. And once you get through that, the growth comes. All right, so once you understand that is a true statement, and it's probably been true your whole life and it will continue to be true, you then go to the next phase, which is, can I learn to embrace discomfort? All right, so you acknowledge discomfort is good for you or leads to growth. Then when you are in discomfort, can you embrace it? All right, can you learn to enjoy being in discomfort? All right, so for poker players, this is when you're in a downswing. This is when you're getting bad variance. When things are getting tough, in the midst of things being tough, can you frame this as, I'm building resilience here, I'm building mental toughness, bring on this challenge and I will get stronger. One of the skills I teach my poker athletes is resilience, and I know they fully grasp the concept and that they're living by it when they'll write in the group community or in their personal blog that they're having a bad week, things are going bad, but great time to build resilience. Great time to build character and to get stronger. All right, so the second phase is to understand that discomfort that we're going through leads to growth. And the third stage of the kind of process, which I got from David Goggins' approach, is to seek discomfort, to seek challenges, to seek things that make you grow. All right, so I'll just recap the three phases. One, understand that discomfort leads to growth. The second is to embrace discomfort as it comes. And the third one is to consciously put yourself in discomfort because you know you will grow as a byproduct. All right, so this really got me to double down on these approaches for myself and for my clients, because I realized that if you incorporate this model into your life for a long time, you will become a resilient, mentally tough version of yourself. All right, it doesn't matter where you are now, you can always become better. Now, as a poker player, why does it matter? Why do you care about this stuff as a poker player? Well, first of all, it's very challenging. You're going to have lots of obstacles, lots of setbacks, and things are not going to go your way very often. In order to keep going as a poker player, when things are going badly, through month-long downswings, through turbulent results, through moving up stakes and losing when you're trying to shot take, you need to build resilience. You need to build the ability to return back to your kind of emotional and physical baseline and keep going. All right, so resilience is the ability to take on stressors, take on external challenges. It throws you off for a little bit, but you come back quickly and stronger to take on the next challenges. So with all that being said, how do we practically incorporate training to build resilience on a regular basis? All right, because that's what it comes down to. If you want to be resilient, you can't just do something hard once or 1 month or 1 year and expect it to keep going. All right, it's the same as going to the gym, getting stronger. You have to do daily, weekly practices in order to continually build that toughness. If you did lots of tough things when you were like 20 and you're now 30, and it's been 10 years since you've took on tough challenges, guess what? You're not going to be mentally tough right now. You're not going to have resilience to face obstacles that you used to back when you were doing challenges. All right, so to make it super practical, I've created a simple framework to follow that allows you to continually build toughness and build resilience so you can become a better, more resilient version of yourself. All right, so the first thing to incorporate is daily strain. All right, now this is something hard or uncomfortable that pushes you on a daily basis. Now I got inspired by the daily strain from my Whoop tracker. This records how much activity I've done in a day, how much stress I've taken on, and it gives me a strain score out of 21. I'm not sure why 21, but generally the higher scores obviously means I pushed myself and exerted myself more. When you exert yourself like a lot and you take on a high strain, that leads to adaptation, and you either gain strength or you gain cardiovascular fitness from taking on high strain. Now when it comes to mental toughness, you need to take on a daily strain, which means something that is uncomfortable or challenging every day. All right, so some examples could be a morning cold shower, especially if you don't like the cold. It could be a sauna. I know for myself, I live in Bali, hot conditions. I do a sauna most days after a workout. I'd much rather be in the cold than in the ice, as in the sauna at that stage. It's a physical challenge that is tough, so that's one of my challenges. Meditation could be one. If you're someone who struggles to meditate, if you're always active and sitting down quiet with your thoughts, it could be something physical, like going for a run, going for a workout, or it could be learning something new. All right, so for yourself, think of what you can do on a daily basis that is a little bit uncomfortable, that challenges you to do something out of your comfort zone. All right, if all those things I said sound easy to you and you can do them with your eyes closed, that's not a daily strain. All right, so as you get used to doing stuff as well, you've got to constantly take on something new. All right, because you adapt to the stresses and the things you're taking on, and all of a sudden it doesn't become a daily strain. For example, let's say you have a cold shower every day for a year. All of a sudden it gets to the point where it's like, okay, the cold shower is no longer your daily strain because there's no challenge there because you're already doing it. All right, so think of something for yourself, what you can do that becomes a daily strain. All right, the next concept I want to get through is the monthly stretch. All right, and this is when it requires effort to stay consistent with your habits. All right, so you're doing a daily strain, keeping that along. The monthly stretch is often doing something for a prolonged period. All right, 30 days in a row, for example, of cold showers, or 30 days in a row of going for a run, or 30 days in a row of meditating. All right, so you can take your daily strain and magnify that into a 30-day challenge to make it a stretch. Or you could do a complete different challenge. All right, so the stretch could be, I read 10 pages every day for 30 days. All right, but doing something that pushes you past your current comfort zone, that should feel hard. Ideally, I like doing it with physical stuff, right? Whether it's cold showers, whether it's exercise habits, whether it's runs, but other things work as well. If you're already the physical person, then the kind of more quiet pursuits like meditation or reading could be your avenue for a stretch goal. All right, so think of yourself, what can you take on for 30 days that would stretch you out of your comfort zone? All right, and the final one is called the yearly shatter. All right, and this is where you blast past your limiting beliefs of what you think is possible for yourself. All right, so the way to incorporate this is once a year at least, you can do more if you want, to find a challenge that is way outside your comfort zone that you think you could never do. All right, this could be run a marathon, could be do an Ironman, it could be the 4x4x48 challenge, which is David Goggins challenge, which I did 2 years, actually probably 3 years ago, where you run 4 miles, you have 4 hours rest, and then you run 4 miles again for 48 hours. Repeat, repeat, repeat. So think about that. 4 miles you run, you rest 4 hours, and you do that for 2 days straight. So you end up running 48 miles in 48 hours, and you're waking up multiple times during the night. So one of the runs at midnight, one's at 4 a.m., one's at 8 a.m., one's at 12 noon, and it keeps going round and round and round. Relentless. It's really, really challenging physically, mentally. And when I heard this challenge originally, I was like, no way. There's not a chance I can do it. But something in the back of my mind was like, interesting, Adam. Interesting limiting belief you create there. Give it a try. Give it a try and find out. And I didn't know if I could do it until I tried it. All right, this was a challenge I did a while ago. But yeah, that's a real hardcore one. All right. Another one that's super, super hardcore is called the 75 Hard. All right, this by Andy Frisella. And this one is straight up badass, tough challenge. All right, so this one is for 75 days straight. You need to follow a diet with 0 cheat meals every day. All right, so you pick a diet. Could be carnivore, could be vegetarian, could be Mediterranean, could be whatever you want. Keto, doesn't really matter. You pick your diet, have the rules completely written out. That's it. Once that is decided, you follow it every single day for a full 75 days. That's rule number 1. Rule number 2 gets challenging. You have to work out 2 times every day for at least 45 minutes. And one of those workouts should be outside. All right, so 2 45-minute workouts, 1 inside, 1 outside, every day. Again, you pick the workouts, the intensity, up to you, but you've got to do those every day. Next one, drink a gallon of water per day. All right, that's just a hydration one. 4th one, read 10 pages of non-fiction. every day. Again, pick the books, but every single day, 10 pages. And then number 5, take progress pics every single day. All right, this is an example of a challenge, but if you add all those things together, all 5 of them, that becomes really, really tough. And it builds a level of mental toughness and resilience to stick at something for that long in that way. All right, so this past few weeks, I've been teaching my poker athletes the skill of resilience, and one of the poker athletes got really inspired by the 75 hard challenge, and he actually created his own 90-day challenge. All right, so rather than doing the exact protocol set out there, he actually adapted it to himself and came up with 10 different rules of things he's going to be consistent with for 90 days in a row. If he fails any day, he goes back to day 1. All right, so all of this is to get you guys to think about how can you do something tough every day. That's the daily strain. All right, the challenge you. So think about that. It could be cold showers, meditation, like I said. How do you have a monthly challenge, which is going to stretch you out of your comfort zone? And each year, what challenge can you take on that shatters every single belief that you have of what's possible for yourself, either physically or mentally? All right, so also with the challenges for, say, the kind of the shatter challenge, you could also do like a meditation retreat. All right, one of the guys in my community, he's talking about doing a 10-day silent retreat. Amazing, like how crazy tough in a different way is 10 days in silence. All right, well, you can't speak to anyone or have any phones or any interaction. Again, a different type of resilience building, but it's a challenge that breaks past your old belief systems. So I want you to go away from this video thinking about what you can incorporate to seek more discomfort, knowing that by taking on challenges, by pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, you will grow and become a better version of yourself. All right, guys, I'd love it if you let me know in the comments below what challenges, habits, behaviors you're going to be incorporating after watching this video. All right, guys, that's all for today, and I'll see you in the next video.